Hi, everyone. It's JL Rothstein, author of the Heaven Sent series. My new book, Atonement, is out now. Check it out on Amazon or on my website, jlrothstein.com. Welcome to my segment, Three Questions Worth. I have a very special birthday guest with me today, and Sabrina Oyinloye. So welcome, Sabrina, and happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate this.
Yes, I appreciate you joining too. I'm so excited to talk to you about your books. You are the author, romance author of multiple books. I have purchased myself Deja Vu, The Realm Surfer. It is on my must-read list for this summer. But
Thank you for that.
I understand you have a new book out. Do you want to talk to us about the new book? Tell us about the new book that's out.
Yes, the new book will be coming out on the 31st of August. The name is The Eden Scar, Tocophobia. It's about a reclusive soccer player who is forced to reckon with his past in order for him to face his future. Yeah, it's a very intense book, and I think people are going to really love it.
Oh, that sounds very exciting. And so you're in pre-launch phase now, where
Yes.
you're out here marketing for the new book. So that's really exciting. So
Yes.
I'm going to launch right into our questions, which, just to remind the audience, you sent me ahead of time, but not the answers. So I get to hear all of your answers along with the audience. So first question is, what is your favorite thing about being a writer?
My favorite thing, I don't know. I have a lot. I wrote down so many, but I'm just going to try and see what I can actually, put first. Is, the ability to impact on people's lives. You don't, when we put these words down and, we just download what is in our brain and we put it on pages, we don't really know how important it is. You don't know who is going to look at those words and it's going to reflect their lives and it's going to like change their life one way or the other, you know. So I enjoy that, especially when I get the feedback from readers. When they call me or send a message to me and say, oh, I picked this up, I picked one of your books and this, reflect exactly what happened in my life. And I'm so glad that you made me forgive. Your book made me love again. So
Yes.
intense and such positive feedbacks. I love it when people get back and tell me things like that. It's actually amazing that you as a writer, you're there. You're
Yes.
creating your own little world and you're making positive impact out there. It's wonderful. And
Yes.
then when you write fantasy, as a fantasy writer, when you build your world, entirely different from this our reality. It's exciting. And when people read it and they get it, like
Yes.
they look at those words and they can actually visualize it, it's amazing.
Yes,
It's amazing.
that's amazing. I agree with that. So in keeping with writing, your next question has to do with, do you listen to music when you write? And if you do, does that change? Does the music change depending on what scene or what part of the book you're writing?
Actually, I do listen to music when I'm trying to get in a certain mood. When I'm trying to get in a certain mood, like in this my current book, the Hidden Scar. There's a part there when my leading MC she was playing the piano, and I needed to play Kenny G to get to get in the mood, so I understand what she was feeling, like feel what she was feeling at that particular moment. So yeah, moments like that, I do that.
Yep, that totally makes sense. I personally listen to music in between because I find it distracting to actually hear the lyrics while I'm
Yeah,
typing, and you can't do
exactly.
that. But a lot of times
Mhm.
I'll listen to it in between the chapters, when if I'm taking a
Yes,
break
yes.
and I want to feel that, and then I'll go back in and I'll look for some
Mm-hmm,
quiet time. So
mm-hmm.
so
Yes.
that's great. So Kenny G, big shout out for Kenny G here on Three Questions with. So as a writer, what helps you to stay motivated?
My readers, my
Oh,
readers.
that's an excellent answer.
Yes, my readers. They push me. They push me to do more. Just like I mentioned earlier, I have this Facebook group for my fans, and I get like a lot of feedbacks. If I don't send any message in there one day in like 6 hours, you would think the world has come to an end. The way they'll be sending messages like, "I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. We haven't heard from you today." I'm like, "I'm cool. I'm okay." So there are times I give them freebies from maybe a new book that I'm writing. I'll just post a few chapters, and the feedbacks, keep, like they push me to keep doing more.
Yep.
The comments and and all that, it keeps me, motivated. And these stories, you can't really stop. It comes in your head. You just have to put it down. And when you just do it, there's no. Sometimes the motivation comes from being compelled by the stories to get down, to be. The story gets out that it wants to come out. The story wants to come out on pages, and you're compelled to write it down. Yeah.
No,
Sometimes
I think
that's the motivation.
I think that's a perfect way to put that, is being compelled to do it. Because I remember for my first book, the character of Gabriel in the book, I kept dreaming of him, and he kept
Uh-huh.
saying to me, "You have to write this story." And I thought this was crazy. I don't know this person. This is not a real person. I'm dreaming of this person. But it just wouldn't stop until finally I was like, fine, I will go put something on paper. But it really is like you're compelled.
There are times you wake up in the middle of the night, you'll be feeling, there'll be words in your head that you feel, I need to put this down before I forget. Or maybe you're in the shower and you're thinking these words repeatedly, and you just have to like find something to just write it down before it goes off. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's
I
amazing.
agree. I agree 100%. So for your last question, and I love this question. This is one of my favorite questions that I ask all kinds of artists and authors is, what do you do to recharge? What do you do to relax and unplug and try to get away from all the thoughts that come in, and try to take a break so that you have the energy to keep writing?
Okay. The answer to that, the first one is pestering my husband. Because there are times I just like isolate myself when I'm reading, when I'm writing, and I want silence. I want everywhere. I don't want any sound anywhere. So
Yep.
when I need a break, maybe it's probably in the living room watching soccer or watching a movie or something. I'll just go and meet him, sit on his lap and say, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh, you remember me now?" And there are times he will force me to take walks with him. We take a walk, or sometimes we go to watch movies. And when the children are around, we can, take a stroll around the estate and all. So yeah, that's basically it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. That's wonderful. And I'm sorry we had some technical difficulties coming into this meeting, but I'm so thankful, so grateful that you joined me for this very quick segment. And I hope you have a fantastic birthday, a wonderful evening of celebration for your birthday with your family
Thank you
and
so much.
friends.
Thank you so
And
much. I
and
plan
thanks
to.
for joining me, and thanks for everybody who tuned in to watch. So, bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.